What's up, guys? It's Ahsoka from YouTube and UPCCC, which is where I was primarily making this video for. This video is actually going to be about cracking the new PSA cases. I had a little second after a workout to do this, so I'm trying to do this hastily so I can get back and get to my other activities for the day. So as you can see in the background, I have cracked open a few cases, and I've got a few of these things, which if you guys do crack open your cases, please send these back to PSA so they can have a correct number on the registry so you guys can have an accurate count. The thing is, with the new cases, they're a lot thicker and harder to crack. So, and also in between here where you normally stick a screwdriver there's not as much space in between here, so getting something in between here to pry it open really doesn't work all that well. And overall, these cases are a lot harder to crack. Somebody on one of the forums actually used a table saw and cut this right here, allowing you space in between, or even cutting right here and cracking on both sides. So when it pops open evenly, opening both sides. Because if you try to crack one open then pry it open from one side, usually you'll get a lot of cracks as they're a lot tougher. So with that information, I was trying to crack these open the old way, but using a new method. So what I came across was this right here. So what I do is I find a hard substance. Obviously an ottoman isn't a hard substance, but what I'll do is I'll actually put it right over here, hanging slightly over the edge on one corner, and I'll put my hand and place down right here. Maybe even keep your thumb out of the way. And I will place the pliers, wire cutters on one side, and I will do the opposite to the other, and then from there I can pry it open. So I'll give you an example. So that's where my hand's going to go right here, and I'm just going to have that little bit hanging over. Now what I do with mine is I have a multi-tool right here, so this works pretty well. I don't use the little, those aren't really wire cutters right there, but I don't really, technically yeah, or stripper, but I don't use these right here, these little teeth. What I do is I use the flat part right here, and I actually just grip it tight and then bend it, pulling down and placing my pressure on with my left hand on the opposite side. And then I use this little C4 punch here thing to go through right here. If you go right here, there's a little bit more space than there is over here. Over here, there's almost no space. And with a flat head with a fat tip, it's kind of hard to get that in between, the little space in between there. But if you have something thinner like this, that's not going to break or shatter. You don't want to stab yourself in the process. This actually, once I crack open from this corner right here and that corner, I can actually get this in right here and break this and pry it open, and it'll pop open on both sides. And then from there, I just grab it from the top right here, and I have one hand here, and I grab with my other hand, and I just kind of pull it back. And that'll allow the card to stay right there. So the card will usually not get damaged. There is still a chance of it getting damaged no matter what, because the way it cracks. Or say if you pull it and it slides and something in here scratches the card or puts an indent. So that's something to worry about. And then I'll show you guys what I do. So here with this one, I'll usually just grab right about here. And that's where I'll break. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back on and get it set. I had to adjust the camera. I wish I had a better angle for you guys, but I'm doing this by myself, so bear in mind, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I got a good grip. Now from here, I'm placing the pressure down here. You usually want to find something harder than this ottoman, and you just, let's see if I can get this. There. So I got a clean pull. Doesn't always work that way, but, and now I go to the opposite side. I grab there, placing hard down, and there. I got another clean corner. So as you can see right here, I've got two pieces off right here. If you guys can see, they're all the way right here. Sometimes it will crack down here, but you still got to pull it off, because once this comes off, you don't want any piece to stick and stay down on here. So now what I'm going to do, as this side right here is a little bit more open, I'm going to stick this right here, get this in. Alright, so now I've got some space in between there, and I can just push. It should pop. I'm not going to do it right here because the card may fall and shift. So I'm going to hold the base. You don't need to hold the thing down because you don't want to crush the card. So now I've got some gap in between, and when I'm, oh shit, I think I scratched the card. Nope, good. Alright, yeah, so obviously this is a lot more difficult doing it on camera, but now I'm going to pull back. And this thing comes off really without cracking. So what I like to do from here, the card's still in there, it's a little hard to get out, so I take a penny sleeve and I try to get it under the card. And as I get it under the card, I can lift up without trying to scratch it. So there we go. I got a mint condition Rockets Raikou back out of the case. No damage to it, so pretty happy about that. Obviously there are some inherent risks, so be careful when you're doing this, and good luck cracking open some of the new cases.